session, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Steinberg. Proceed.
Thank you, Your Honour. Madam Witness, I'd like to ask you a few questions about KenyaMOJA village. Firstly, can you tell us where it is in relation to Eldoret town? How far away?
Umbali ni maili 7 mpaka Kiambaa.
Answer: it is about 7 miles away.
Mr. Steinberg, 1 second. Witness, we are now in open session. What that means is, up until now, questions you've been asked were in private session where members of the public were not able to listen or know the questions and answers that had occurred before now. But now we're in open session, so members of the public are able to listen to the questions and to the answers you will give to them. It is important that you try not to, in your answers, to reveal information that can identify you, that will lead members of the public to know who is now speaking. This is part of the precautions we need to take in open session.
And, Your Honour, at this point, and I will be careful, I wonder if the court could, in the course of the next few minutes, just have regard to the provisions of Rule 66(3) in relation to my earlier request. Your Honour, I stopped when I was asked to stop. Obviously, I am not privy to matters that may have been discussed, and not in the presence of Defence Counsel. But, Your Honour, I also have the precedent or the practice of Judge Cott in the Katanga case, and have the reference, Your Honour, if you wish to hear submissions on that. But, Your Honour, in fairness to the witness, I made the request, and I will say no more.
Witness, can you remove your earpiece, please? Mr. Khan, the reason why I stopped you on the earlier occasion is that I do not want to create an intimidating atmosphere for a witness who's testifying. And it is a case that when a witness is on the stand, there are certain certain warnings that may be given to the witness, and that looms large in their mind when they testify. It is something, as trial lawyers, we try not to do when we were in practice, and I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. That is not at all to say that there's a license for members of the public or future witnesses to think they can come and testify falsely before the court. But it is important in the unusual circumstances in which most of the witnesses who come here to testify do come, for them not to come here fuss things that are on their mind, awful things that may happen to them in the course of their testimony. That is why I did not want to give that warning.
I'm grateful, Your Honour.
It is sufficient that the oath would have reminded the witness of, or the solemn declaration of their obligation to tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
Well, Your Honour, with respect, I'll be guided by the bench, of course, but from our perspective, we, of course, do not want an intimidating atmosphere for anybody, but we want an atmosphere in which witnesses realise not only the importance of speaking the truth, but the consequences of uttering falsehoods. And, Your Honour, that's what, in our respectful submission, Rule 66(3) expressly was geared towards. And that's why I have the exact verbatim language that was routinely used in the Katanga case by Judge Cott, warning witnesses of consequences for lying, that they could be imprisoned. Your Honour, I'll say no more than that, but in our respectful submission, it's important, in fairness to the witness, given what I anticipate our applications will be and our approach will be of this witness, to give a due warning as to the consequences of false testimony. Your Honour, I can say no more than that.
At the moment, the ruling is not to proceed in that way. we will trust that in the course of witness preparation, counsel will do that in the normal course of witness preparation. That's the ruling. Let's proceed now. Thank you.
I'm grateful.
Thank you, Your Honours. Madam Witness, you just told the court that Kiamba village was approximately, I believe you said, 7 miles from Eldoret. Is that correct? Is it 7 or...
Kufikia pahali tunashukia kutoka kwa gari.
That is up to the stop, up to the bus stop, or when we alight from the vehicle.
7 miles. Thank you. And can you tell the court what is the predominant ethnicity of Kiamba village?
You are Kikuyu.
Answer: it is the Kikuyu.
Are there also Kalenjin who stay there?
Ndio.
Answer: yes. There are some Kikuyu. Kalenjin, rather.
Yes. Perhaps this is a question I should have asked earlier, but can you just confirm what languages you speak and understand?
Mimi naelewa Kikuyu, Kiswahili, Kiingereza kidogo.